new pickup from Cultivatina. So I've done had the Laconia. My falcata just came in today. It's a beautiful little short sword. Not exactly the most historically accurate, but close enough. I mainly got it as a zombie tool, to be honest. Makes like a great chopper. Some quick specs on it. Let's see. 3/16 of an inch thick, 21 inches long total, about just sly of 14.5 inch blade, like almost 14.5, 13-inch edge. So you can see that's pretty thick for a machete looking type thing, you know. I mean, this is, somebody else said in another review that this is basically like a sword that's shaped like a machete, you know. 1095 high carbon, good heat treat. Let's do some chopping, water cutting, see how this bitch performs. First, let's try a paper cut test. Not gonna get that good because it's just blowing the paper. You can't hold the paper good enough. I think you guys get the point. Let's chop some water bottles. So I made it about halfway through on the first two blows. Or I mean the first and third blow, it cut clean through on the second blow. Mine, this is a factory edge. And it's a fairly thick blade. It's not like I'm cutting bottles with a machete. For shits and grins, let's try out the Laconia. The design of the Laconia makes it it's a little bit better slicer, I think. Same scenario, cut about halfway through. Maybe it's my technique. I need to take some lessons from We All Juggle Knives, you know. So much for my stabbing. As you can see, I'm no Spartan. Try an angle cut shot from here and somewhere about here. It's throwing me off. Not bad. Well, that last hit makes me very glad that I stacked it on top of the box instead of going directly on top of the hot tub. So I would have cut right through my hot tub tank. scratching and a dent, but didn't slice. And I think a lot of it's just my technique. I think if I gave these two toys to the wheel juggle knives and then do some water bottle cutting tests, it would have came out a lot better. But in fairness, this is only the second time in my entire life I've ever tried to cut through water bottles. So it's not like I'm a pro water bottle cutter. Maybe I'll come back in a month and make the same video again, and then you could see the true potential of these swords. I think this is just user error. Anyways, yeah, so it's a damn good thing I had this box, because after cutting through that, it went clean through and then into the box. And I just had the milk jug sitting right here. I had to chop through my hot tub cover, which would not have been good, especially since it's brand new. I just bought it. Anyways, here they are, the falcata and the Laconia, my two favorite of the line. Next I'll get the wakizashi. There's the sheaths, and then just for shits and grins, I put my modified trailhawk up in the pit. You can see I cut off the hammer pole to make it lighter. I don't know if you can see right there, I grinded it down to give it a little bit more of a lip, so you can like hook and pull. Right there I added some little, I guess, teeth in a sense, so you could use it as notching, you know. Anyways, the whole point of all this modification is now it's extremely light and you can use it one-handedly. Much more effective. This thing's very light now. Dangerously light, like almost lighter than those swords. And unlike everybody else, I didn't cut my pole. In fact, I want my pole a little bit longer. I'd prefer like an extra 2 or 3 inches on that stick. And holding it way back there. It just really helped. Once I cut off that hammer pole, I still left enough to where you can hammer. Use it as blunt force trauma. And if you look right there, there's still a good amount of steel left, so you don't have to worry about it affecting the eye. I used a Dremel tool with these special attachments, so the whole time I was cutting, I kept touching the metal, and it was still like practically ice cold. You know what I mean? It didn't heat up the metal or fuck up the heat treat or anything in the process of doing all this work. So I mean, that's a plus too. But this review isn't about you. It was about you. So there she is. Beautiful blade. Great design for chopping, but you could still stab. It's wonderful. This will definitely dehead a zombie in a zombie apocalypse. Windlass also makes a Book of Eli sword, but I just didn't like it as much as this one. For starters, I like the handle better on this one, and then secondly, I don't like the holes in it. You know what I mean? To me, that just might make your blade lighter or cause a person to bleed more when you stab or whatever the fucking reason is they put those holes in it. But to me, it weakens the strength. I'd rather have it solid like this, so that's why I went with this one. Plus, I liked my my Laconia so much. I was so happy with my Laconia that I wanted to stick with the Cobra steel line. So even though they're both made by Windlass, I prefer this over the Book of Eli sword. Of course, I don't actually own the Book of Eli sword, so maybe if I had both and compared both, I might think different, but initially, I chose this one. And I'm glad it did. It looks fucking awesome. Awesome. Sweet!